Have you ever wondered why two people with the same income can end up with completely different financial situations? Or why so many of us make money decisions based on feelings rather than facts? If these questions resonate with you, then you're in for an insightful journey today. We're diving into The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, a book that completely reshaped my understanding of finances. This isn't just about saving or investing. It's about uncovering the hidden psychological factors that shape our financial behavior. What if your financial success depends more on your mindset and emotions than on your strategies? This book taught me invaluable lessons that have transformed my life, and I can't wait to share them with you. From the influence of luck to the magic of compounding, these lessons are not only practical, but also deeply eye-opening. Ready to discover a fresh perspective on money and life? Let's get started. Lesson 1. No one is crazy. Morgan Housel's first lesson, No One's Crazy, reveals a profound truth. People make financial decisions based on their own experiences, and those experiences are unique. What might seem irrational to you could make perfect sense to someone else. Think about it. Some people swear by real estate investments, while others thrive in the stock market. Why? Because their choices are shaped by their personal backgrounds, knowledge, and exposure. For example, I've chosen a balanced approach by diversifying my investments in stocks, real estate, and bonds because it aligns with my experiences and risk tolerance. This lesson taught me that there isn't one right way to handle money. Everyone's financial decisions reflect their understanding of what feels safe and achievable. By appreciating this, I've learned to respect different financial paths and to avoid judging others for making choices that suit their circumstances. Lesson 2. The influence of luck and risk. Success isn't just about hard work and skill. Luck and risk also play significant roles. The Psychology of Money explains that circumstances beyond our control, like the era we're born into or the opportunities available at a given time, can dramatically shape financial outcomes. Hard work is essential, but luck often provides the spark. Similarly, risk is an unavoidable factor in any financial decision. For instance, investing in stocks carries the possibility of losses, no matter how carefully you plan. Understanding this balance has been a game changer for me. It's taught me gratitude for my successes, as I've realized they're not solely the result of my efforts. It's also reminded me to be compassionate toward others whose financial journeys may have been influenced by factors beyond their control. This lesson encourages us to recognize the unique interplay of luck and risk in our lives and to remain humble in our financial pursuits. Lesson 3. Use money to buy freedom. What's the real value of money? Morgan Housel argues that it's not about owning luxury cars or big houses, but about the freedom it provides. Money gives us control over our most valuable resource, time. For example, instead of working long hours just to afford material things, consider using your money to create a flexible schedule or even retire early. Housel points out that research shows happiness doesn't increase significantly once annual income surpasses $75,000. This insight inspired me to make meaningful changes. I shifted to a job closer to home and reduced my work hours, which allowed me to spend more time with my loved ones. This lesson emphasizes prioritizing experiences and personal fulfillment over accumulating possessions. It's a reminder that true financial security is about living a life aligned with your values. Lesson 4. Appreciate the magic of compounding. Compounding is often called the eighth wonder of the world, and for a good reason. It's the process where your money earns interest, and that interest earns even more interest. Take this simple example. If you invest $1,000 at a 5% annual interest rate, you'll have $1,050 after the first year. In the second year, you earn interest on $1,050, and the amount grows to $1,102. Housel uses Warren Buffett as a prime example of compounding's power. Buffett started investing at age 10, and a staggering majority of his wealth was accumulated after he turned 60. This lesson isn't just about finances, it applies to life. Small, consistent actions like daily reading or exercising can lead to extraordinary growth over time. Compounding teaches us patience and the value of starting early. Lesson 5: Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Building wealth and maintaining it are two entirely different challenges. To build wealth, you often need to take risks, be optimistic, and seize opportunities, whether that's investing in stocks or starting a business. However, staying wealthy requires a different approach, one that focuses on humility, careful management, and risk awareness. For example, protecting wealth involves diversifying investments and avoiding the temptation of quick gains. Financial markets are unpredictable, so prioritizing stability and long-term growth is crucial. This lesson taught me that earning money is only half the battle. The real challenge lies in managing and safeguarding it for the future. Lesson 6: Avoid extreme financial commitments. It's tempting to make big financial commitments when we're young, like buying an expensive car or home, thinking our desires won't change. But life is unpredictable. Housel explains the end of history illusion, where we recognize how much we've changed in the past but underestimate how much we'll change in the future. For instance, you might not want children now, but your perspective could shift in a decade. Instead of locking yourself into extreme commitments, focus on saving and maintaining flexibility. This approach creates a safety net for future changes while still allowing you to enjoy the present. Lesson 7: Learn to say this is enough. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to want more. Even after achieving significant milestones, it's easy to set new goals and chase the next big thing. Morgan Housel emphasizes the importance of knowing when to say, "This is enough." He shares the story of Bernie Madoff, whose greed led to devastating consequences. This lesson made me reflect on my own life. For example, I once considered moving to a tax-free country to save more money, but realized it would cost me the stability and comfort I value. Learning to appreciate what you have and to avoid unnecessary risks helps you focus on what truly matters. Lesson 8: Focus on not screwing up. Instead of chasing massive profits, focus on avoiding mistakes. Housel shares the story of two investors, one who steadily invests small amounts in the market and another who tries to time the market. Over time, the steady investor comes out ahead because they avoid big mistakes like selling during downturns. This lesson taught me the value of consistency and long-term thinking. It's a reminder that minimizing errors can often lead to better results than striving for perfection. Lesson 9: Leave room for error. Financial planning isn't just about numbers. It's also about preparing for the unexpected. For example, if you expect a 7% return on your investments, have a backup plan for lower returns or even losses. This concept also applies emotionally. Imagine someone who saves 2 years' worth of expenses to pursue a dream career. If they're not mentally prepared for the stress of watching their savings dwindle, they might give up too soon. Housel's lesson is clear: leave room for error, both technically and emotionally. This approach ensures resilience in the face of challenges. Lesson 10: Be reasonable rather than rational. We're emotional beings, not robots, and our financial decisions often reflect that. For example, some people choose to pay off their mortgages early, even though it might not be the most financially rational decision. Why? Because owning a home outright provides peace of mind and emotional satisfaction. Housel encourages us to prioritize what feels right for our mental well-being over purely logical calculations. This lesson taught me that being financially reasonable can often lead to a more fulfilling life. Lesson 11: Save as much as you can. Saving money is one of the most underrated but powerful financial habits. Housel explains that building wealth is less about how much you earn and more about how much you save. He describes saving as income minus ego, urging us to rethink our spending habits. By cutting back on unnecessary expenses and focusing on what truly brings happiness, you can achieve financial freedom and pursue meaningful goals. Lesson 12. Wealth is what you don't see. Real wealth isn't flashy. It's often invisible. Morgan Housel highlights that wealth lies in the assets we build and the values we hold, not in the material possessions we display. For example, investing in education or health might not show immediate results, but they pay off immensely over time. This lesson shifted my perspective from wanting to appear rich to focusing on sustainable wealth. It's a reminder that true wealth is about long-term stability and fulfillment. Conclusion. As we wrap up these 12 life-changing lessons from the psychology of money, I want to ask you, which lesson resonated with you the most? How can you start applying it to your financial journey today? Remember, wealth isn't just about how much money you have. It's about your mindset and how you manage it. Reflect on your spending habits, focus on saving, and consider the emotional aspects of your financial choices. By embracing these lessons, you can create a strong foundation for your financial future. As Michael Jordan wisely said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So why not take the first step toward financial freedom today? Don't forget to check out my video on atomic habits for more actionable insights. Let's continue this journey of growth and learning together.